Hey ho, and what do you know? Welcome back to BloonsGoBoom, your one-stop on the internet for all of your monkeys popping balloons nonsense. And today we are still finishing up this map on our spooky maps on the hardest difficulties. It is CHIMPS mode on Carved. If you've been watching all of this, thank you so much. We really appreciate you watching this series. We are not changing any of our strategy from that impoppable one as long as it goes with our hero. We are still using Sauda. We are still putting her next to the mouth side of this pumpkin. Same reasoning for last time. We don't want to put her up near the stem of the pumpkin, near the ending portion, because we've only got one life to play with. So if she's going to be at a spot where the path crosses her twice, I'd rather it be earlier in the map. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get it started. First monkey we are going to bring out might surprise some of you here. It is actually going to be a dart monkey. There's a couple of reasons for this. We're going to place it right here next to Sauda. And this is going to be a tier 5 bottom tier, the crossbow master eventually. We're not going to do it right away. We're going to slowly build up to it. The first thing we wanted to do though was give it enhanced eyesight so it too can see camo balloons and not give all of the pressure of popping every camo balloon on Sauda. We're also going to cross path it with the quick shot side on the top because we want it moving quickly. Don't really care that it's not going through more layers of balloons. We want to make sure that it's actually hitting as many balloons as possible as they're passing because there are so many in CHIMPS mode. Next monkey we're going to bring out, because we don't have the ability to do any kind of income. There's no farms, there's no balloon trapping or getting income from balloon trapping from the engineer, there's no monkey trade empire, there's nothing like that. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to do another dart monkey. I know you guys are thinking I'm crazy. Why am I using dart monkeys? They're so cheap and small and ineffective, but that's where you'd be wrong. They are so cheap and effective on a cost per dollar basis that we're going to take them all the way through this map. We're going to do a top tier one as well. Once you get to this final tier, the Juggernaut can pop lead balloons as well, and I always try to set this one to last. I want it hitting the last one so it's got this kind of line going back to the beginning and taking out as much as possible on the way. We're going to upgrade to a crossbow here. So now, once we do this upgrade, we've kind of accomplished our first goal in any map, especially any CHIMPS map, is we need to take care of camo balloons and we need to take care of lead balloons. So camo is taken care of by these two, by our hero and our dart monkey, and then our dart monkey with the Juggernaut ability will take care of our lead balloons, and so will Sauda's ability. So then the goal is just making sure that you can deal with the numbers and the MOABs. That's, how quickly everything goes. We got to take care of camos, then we got to take care of leads, then we have to take care of the MOABs, then we just have to make sure we're good on numbers as they're coming through. Later in the game we do add one more to that, it's the DDTs, but that is when we get to around 90 and it's a little easier to deal with at that time. Alright, there's our Juggernaut. We are going to give them the long range and enhanced eyesight ability so they too can help out when we get to some of those camo rounds, and you guessed it, the DDTs later in the game. And hey, if you've made it through this already, we're already going to round 28. I want to say thank you so much for watching so far, and please subscribe to the channel. It's great for the growth of this channel, and make sure that in your feed you always have a lot of balloon popping nonsense. So thank you so much, and let's get back to it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get off of that kind of dartling monkey train, and we are going to do a helicopter. I'm going to put it right in the center. Doesn't really matter where I put it because I'm going to immediately give it the pursuit upgrade where it will pursue what is going around the entire map. Next thing we're going to do, you can see it's not popping camo balloons right now. We're going to fix that. There's two ways to do this. One, we can either take there's three ways that I normally do this. We can do this middle pathing where we do the bigger jets and then the camo detection ability for the second upgrade. We can put a wizard down here at the front and give it the shimmer ability where it takes off the camo for everything else. Or we can do a monkey village right next to it where we give it the radar scanner so everything in its range has the ability to take that off. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to give it the radar scanner ability. And the reason we did that one and not this is because we want to be able to do faster dart and faster firing and eventually do the MOAB shove ability. And we now have the option of putting any other monkeys inside of this range and giving them an automatic radar scan. So that was kind of the strategy for that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Am I a complete buffoon by doing it the way I'm doing it, or do you have a better idea? Or do you love this strategy and you think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread? Love to hear what you think. Here's where we figure out if this strategy is worth a damn at all, is round 40 with our first MOAB. And using Sauda's ability, big help. And you see just how much that Juggernaut actually does. We're going to make it a little easier on ourselves next time when we have that MOAB shove ability. It will give them more time under contact. We're building up a little bit of money here, which is great. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to increase to a sharpshooter because we want to be able to have those critical shots as well, especially as we're starting our fight against MOAB style balloons. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to put a monkey buccaneer out here. We're going to we're not going to middle path, we're going to top path this one. So faster shooting, double shot, and destroyer. Destroyer moves so quick. And you know what? We actually might have messed that up a little bit. We should have put it right here and given it camo detection ability. Because you can see it's wasting a little bit of range out here, and it's not close enough to get that ability. So, as you can see, even us YouTubers are not perfect when we're playing these games. But we will digress either which way. We're not going to give it, we are going to give it camo detection. Long range crow's nest. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to make it an aircraft carrier so that it can travel, it can pretty much infinite its range with the planes it's sending out. So we want to make sure that not only are things getting damaged while they're right here, or leaving everything on the helicopter to damage it after that, we want to make sure that it's got a lot of ability. And this aircraft carrier has a missiles that go out and do more damage to the MOAB style balloons. That's why you see those popping so much faster. Sorry, give me a moment while I adjust my chair. Alrighty, and if you guessed it in the comments, you were correct and you know me so well. The next one coming out here is our flower child, the Druid. We are going to middle path this one all the way up to tier 4. I'm sorry, all the way up to tier 5 eventually. And then we do give it the Heart of Thunder as well. The reason we do it this way, oh, we did it again. There, bigger radius, is it in there? Yes, perfect. The reason we do this is because I absolutely love the Spirit of the Forest Tier 5 upgrade. I think it's one of the best upgrades in the entire game, especially when you're only trying to get to round 100. You will see, though, you cannot use the Bounty of the Forest here on CHIMPS mode. It won't even let you activate the ability and go through the animation of it also. A couple of rounds away from our first BBF. If my calendar's right, we are doing this spooky season event because it is Halloween coming up soon. Let me know in the comments, what are you doing for Halloween this year? Are you celebrating by going out? Are you handing out candy with trick-or-treaters? Are you taking your family trick-or-treating? Let me know in the comments below. Love to see what you guys are all doing and how you're celebrating, and maybe even what costumes y'all are doing. Is anyone doing a balloons themed costume? We got through round 60, no problem at all, and we are about to do our first tier 5 monkey. Yes, it is the Ultra Juggernaut Dart Monkey. And if you don't utilize this monkey enough, I think it's wildly underused. It's very, very cheap. It's even cheaper than the Crossbow Master, and The gigantic spike balls split twice into 6 juggernaut balls for even more destruction, allow power against ceramic, fortified, and lead balloons. So it does a lot of damage, and it works the same way a bomb shooter does when it does its when it fragments. It's going to give more and more damage. It's going to be a little bit unpredictable, but it's going to shoot off and cover more of the map. I think that's one of the big reasons that the Paragon Dart Monkey actually utilizes this feature as well, where it's shooting the same launch as the Juggernaut is. It's using the same Juggernaut balls. So if you are, don't sleep on the Juggernaut Dart Monkey. Alrighty, and the next thing we're going to do, we're going to use a monkey that I don't think we've used in a video yet. But I use it all the time, but I don't think I've actually used it in one of our videos yet. It is the Alchemist. We're going to put him kind of in the middle here, where you can get as many different towers as possible. So he's just outside of our Druid, but that's okay because he's going to hit both of our Dart Monkeys. And we are going to use the top path to get to the stronger stimulant, maybe even the permanent brew if possible, to buff all of our other monkeys. So we're going to do large potion, acidic mixture dip. Sorry, I couldn't read that for a moment. Berserker brew, and then the stronger stimulant. We're also going to give it faster throwing an acid pool. The reason we're doing that instead of the middle path is I want to make sure that it's throwing these as fast as possible, and the more damage we can put on the ground for balloons to go over, the better. Alright, through round 70 with no problems. And this is about the time I did it in the Impoppable video. I'm going to give us a little, safety blanket here with a 0 to 4 spike mine, or spike factory, I should say. The reason I'm doing this is because with 1 heart and playing at double speed, I don't want to miss something as it's going through, think my towers are going to take care of it, and then boop, it doesn't get taken care of, and we have to start this all over again. I don't like doing that. I'd much rather spend a little money right now, which in the grand scheme of what we've been able to obtain, not a ton of money, and get us essentially more lives, more time, more leeway. Alrighty, and right now we're saving up to get to our next Dart Monkey tier 5, so let's speed it up a little bit while we do that, because we're just going to wait and let it ride out at the moment. So. Alrighty, and let's slow it back down for round 80 so we can battle this ZOMG at the same time. Once it pops, I mean, we are 7 away from being able to do this tier 5, but I don't think we're going to need it too much, as the MOAB, the shove ability is making it stay. It's making these balloons stay in that kind of, kill box that we created. Now that we've got that, we've got another tier 5 Dart Monkey. Alright, round 80, all finished up now. We're just going to keep adding to our repertoire of awesome abilities here, and we are going to put a bomb shooter here on the side, and we are going to do a top path here. The reason I did that is because now we can use the jungle drums, and instead of using the Monkey Intelligence Bureau, which is nice, I'd rather go the primary training route, because then the primary mentoring is much cheaper, giving this the ability to get a couple of upgrades for free, and it goes faster, it shoots more, it's got more additional piercing damage. That does a lot, but it only affects these 6 monkeys: the Dart Monkey, the Boomerang Monkey, the Bomb Shooter, the Tack Shooter, the Frozen, and Glue Monkey. Oh, we're not putting one of those out yet. Alright, so let's go with the top tier. So now we've got Balloon Impact, and I love this because it stuns everything. We're going to do faster reload, because extra range really wouldn't get it anywhere special. It wouldn't get it down here to this bottom tier. It wouldn't get it up here to the top to help protect or even start the early portion, so we're going to make sure that it launches faster in that case. Alright, 86. And at this point, let's give ourselves a little Comanche defense as well. Make sure these helicopters are a little more well equipped to slow things down and beat things up. Carrier flagship, permanent brew, that's probably too expensive to get to by around 100. Let's get our Spirit of the Forest next. I think we've got enough setup and ability to do that. As you can see, any smaller balloons, non-MOAB balloons, once they get hit by this Bloon Crush ability or Bloon Impact ability, they get stunned and everything can beat them up. They actually take more damage while stunned as well. There is one question I wanted to ask you guys right before we get to round 90 in our first DDTs. Do you like the ability to sell? It is one of the most underrated abilities. When I first started, nobody or any guide I could find, I was very reluctant to sell any of my towers off. I thought if I sold them, it was, something that I was, not getting enough money back or anything like that. I really didn't look into it enough until I realized, how valuable tier 5 towers were in sacrificing lower ones. And then for, CHIMPS mode, obviously the S in CHIMPS stands for no selling. So taking away that ability, it obviously meant that, people were utilizing it in such a way that it was an advantageous thing for the player. So they had to take it away. Finally, once I started selling things, once I started looking at boss events and contested territory events, which I'll have another video on, I love that mode so much. Once I realized that selling is such an important part of the game, and we started realizing how much you could actually get for some of these higher level towers and what that actually meant for the higher level towers you could then purchase, I really dove into selling more and really started focusing on what the economy of the game looks like. So, long-winded way of saying, let me know in the comments, do you sell your towers consistently in modes that you're able to, or do you hold on to them for dear, dear life and try to save up your money every single time you buy a new tower? I'm always interested to see where everyone's at in their gameplay mechanics. Okay, let's use Salva's ability here. Use her other ability as well. The more we can pop everything, the better. Once we get to that 37,800 number, we will get ourselves thorns throughout, which will help pop everything quicker. You already saw we dove through the first set of DDTs and fortified DDTs. Here's the big round of these DDT style balloons, and you can see they're very, very strong. They're trying to get through as much as they can, and they did not. Thank goodness. Did take a couple of Sauda's abilities as well as the balloon impact pushing things back, but we got it, and there is our tier 5 flower child, Spirit of the Forest, and her thorns. I love the thorns of this monkey and how it, spreads throughout the entire map. These dark blue ones do more damage than these light blue ones than these green ones. So just in case you didn't know that, wherever you put them, the closer track parts will get the most damage. And we are here on round 97. We are almost to the end here, just 3 more rounds. Let me know if you've already black bordered this map. It's a very big achievement to black border any map, even just beginner ones. So if you have, let me know. I have not black bordered this one even after I finish this. I still have to finish the half cash mode, and I think I still have a couple medium ones to do. But I've black bordered quite a few maps already. All right, 98 not proving to be any issue at all. Here's some of those fortifieds, but they're dying off quicker than the non-fortified ones did on 95 because of the thorns on the track. That's why we put them there. Okay. I'm not loving the damage that the bad had right there. I thought he should have had more damage by this point. We might be in a little bit of trouble here, y'all. Hopefully this cannon can get it going. Row Reggie. These thorns will do more now. Come on, second set. Get it, get it, get it. Ooh, I don't know if you guys saw that in real time. I might be able to slow it down in the editing portion of it, but that DDT got all the way over here. You can see that there's less mines in this area. That DDT shot through so quick, but because we put our security blanket down, it actually saved the entire run. So that was great. We got our Insta Monkey, Super Monkey, always great. Victory, there's our medal. Our monkey star is, of course, one of the first ones we put down. That was the Buccaneer. Here was the collection event. And hey, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for all of your monkey popping nonsense. Stay tuned. Next time we will be trying out a new map, a new spooky map on the hardest difficulties. Until then, thank you so much. Bye-bye.